Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing Ghost Trick Phantom Detective episode 22. Last time we met up with Sissel, who, not Sissel, the other Sissel, you know, the one that kind of looks like us. He doesn't go by the name of Sissel, he goes by a different name. We don't know what that is yet. But basically we discovered that, what did we discover? Ultimately, we're in a submarine coffin, which is a metal coffin, and we're plunging down to the depths of the ocean. We're trying to find a torpedo and shoot ourselves up and find Detective Jowd. Is that enough for you? I don't care. Let's go. Come on, let's get started. All right, so we've got to find. What have we got to do? Operate this control panel. This is the grapes. Cool. Dallas telephone. Torpedo room. Okay, hang on. Let's just see what this says. Why is this machine... Oh, and also, Sissel, quote unquote, which is the protagonist, has lost his form because he was making up the form of the guy that kidnapped Lynn, because that's what he thought he looked like, and he doesn't look like that, and that's why we think that he's lost that form. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Oh, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably not for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. Oh, it sounds heavenly. I've been thinking about this for a while now, but don't you think that countries' use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Okay. So now let's go to the torpedo room. The torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow up Detective Jowd, but something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. Alright then. Let's have a look. It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. Okay. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Cool. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. No. Okay. The switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. I don't think the entire device is broken though. It'd probably work just fine if only I could move this switch. Just to find a way to move it somehow. Okay. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Okay, maybe we need to get... oh, can I not switch to... Talk? What happened to these 2 ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? There's no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, missile? Me? Of course I will. Woof! Count on it. Okay, we can swap now. Cool. Yes. There we go, that torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is? The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. Trick time. Into the missile we are. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head towards the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? Hi! I'm sorry. I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. Heal. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to have mission failure. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn? You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that.
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Camilla?
I just know you and Sizzy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry.
Miss Camilla! Yay. Now let's go. That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. Go on then. Sissel? Yes? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you. For everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will! Woof! I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you. No matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. You get shot off and it immediately explodes. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. How can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of the answer, the 12 seconds are up. Detective Jowd. I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him. You better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd. Okay, Jowd. Is he dead? Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. She's destined to die. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened to the submarine Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Oh, it's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us. I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you... Yamil? Oh, Yamil. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yamil. That's right. Those people on the Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd? Right. About Yamil. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you could imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organisation in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. There he is. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took Little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yamil. Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago. Boom. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Jum jum jum. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, As I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. What is the deal? What is the deal? Tell me, Yamil. What is the deal? There's something I just don't understand about that deal. Well, I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them. But what would you get out of the deal? A new life? Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth. A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hold hope for anything other than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. Betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this. None at all, I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator instance, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary, peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Who then? That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, should we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? But we promised! Woof! We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them! We can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. We should go 4 minutes before he died. Yamil? So, where are we headed? We're not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too! Uh-oh. Oh. By the way, I'm not a human detective. Observe. I am an ace basketball player. I'm remote-controlled the robot detective. What? Your country's use of technology. He's just playing off. We get that a lot, detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? There's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander the Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, detective. Uh-oh. Now it is time to say goodbye, detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, detective. Grr. Camilla, forgive me. That was a boring death compared to the others. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said. Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility? In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Cool, let's do it then. Okay. Huh? What is it, detective? Oh. Look at Ymil's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change his shell? Give us some kind of lead? Oh, okay. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is, that they are afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore, the Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it, your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see, that means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. But wait a minute, exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out when we get there. Let's move. "10 years ago. That isn't technically when he died, though, is it? I guess it's technically when he got his powers. Maybe he died then. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it, the final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Cleared chapter 17. When was Ymil's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Temsic meteorite fell. We travelled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. 4 minutes before death. Oh, she looks so cute. What's she doing making a fire?
It's ready.
Hold it. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Oh, am I supposed to be the cat? Huh. Oh, a kitten. Shoo! You might get hurt. Boom. Where's the cat? Are you okay? You're alright now? Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective.
Then that's what I will be too.
So that's the Temsik meteorite, eh? It's beautiful looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky. We might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite's fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. But we're gonna find out. Maybe he won't do it and then he's a good guy. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I can accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
And we'll get started next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of what's it called? Ghost Trick. Thanks for watching this episode of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. And I will see you next time. Have a good evening. Bye bye for now. Bye!